17 games, one story to connect them all. Story of a creative man freely making games. A brilliant man. Sadly, this man has been gone for a long time. No way to contact him, no way to see him. This is the story of Coda. It was on. Just kill the fly. Yeah, it's on. Oh. I didn't kill the fly.
Hi there. Thank you very much for playing the Beginner's Guide.
Oh.
My name is Davey Reedon. I wrote The Stanley Parable, and while that game tells a pretty absurd story, today I'm going to tell you about a series of events that happened between 2008 and 2011.
Oh, okay.
We're going to look at the games made by a friend of mine named Coda. Now, these games mean a lot to me. I met Coda in early 2009 at a time when I was really struggling with some personal stuff.
Okay.
And his work pointed me in a very powerful direction. I found it to be a good reference point for the kinds of creative works that I wanted to make. So just to start you off, this is, I think, the first game he ever made. It's a level for Counter-Strike. You can walk around here, by the way.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And mostly it's just Coda learning the basics of building a 3D environment.
This mouse is very unsensitive. Very sensitive.
Aesthetic of a desert town. He then scatters these colorful abstract blobs and impossible floating crates around the level. And of course, it destroys the illusion that this actually is a desert town, and instead this level becomes a kind of calling card from its creator. It's like a reminder that this video game was constructed by a real person.
And I can't climb these.
What was going through his head as he was building this? This is what I like about all of Coda's games. I mean, not that they're all fascinating as games, but that they are all going to give us access to their creator.
Oh.
I want us to see past the games themselves. I want to get to know who this human being really is.
All right.
And that's exactly what we're going to do here.
All right.
It's 2008. Coda starts making these games. He doesn't put them onto the internet. He just makes them and then immediately abandons them, and they sit on his computer forever. And I think he really understood this image of himself as a recluse. At one point, he jokingly renamed his computer's recycling bin to Important Games Folder. So, you know, this was just how he worked. He tended to crank them out one after the other without even really pausing to try to understand what he had just made, until suddenly one day, he just stopped. In 2011, that was it. He made his last game, and then he hasn't made another one since. And that's why I've taken this opportunity to gather all of his work together, is because I find his games powerful and interesting, and I'd like this collection to reach him, to maybe encourage him to start creating again. And if the people like you who play this also happen to find his work interesting, then I'm sure it'll just send that much stronger of a message of encouragement to Coda. So thanks for joining me on this. If you have a particular interpretation that I haven't mentioned here, or if you just need to get in touch, you can email me at daveywreden@gmail.com.
Davey Reedon.
Okay, that's about it for introduction. Let's take a look at Coda's first proper game.
Okay.
As each game is loading, I'll show you the date that it was completed. This first one was made in November 2008.
This is so crazy. This is like really cool. Oh, this reminds me of Eraser, the game we played last year. This video is coming out in 2022, so just gonna say, haha, yeah, last year. And that was like a week ago. I don't know when this video is coming out though. Whoa, I have a gun, I have a gun, I have a gun. Whisper machine status active, evacuate immediately.
This game is called Escape from Whisper.
Escape from,
one of the
okay.
more generic games you'll see from Coda.
Oh, the gun has like no sound effects. My gun ran out of ammo and I can't get it back.
Security hull breached. Hostile alien life forms inbound.
No captions on this one? Okay. Oh, okay.
It kinda looks like this game was abandoned mid-development. For instance, you have this gun, which you'd think would indicate that there are supposed to be monsters or enemies somewhere, but then clearly there are no enemies anywhere. You can't even reload the gun when you run out of bullets.
Exactly.
But ultimately we don't really know. Maybe Coda thought that actually it was complete the way that it is. And I think that we should talk about his games for what they are, rather than for what they're not.
There's a little thing here. Where does this go? Oh, space!
You can see the bottom of the universe from this room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck, it's a maze.
The space station has a labyrinth on it. Sure, I don't know. There's really no reason for it that I've ever been able to discern, so in the interest of time, I'm just gonna skip you on past it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, this is the part that's interesting. The game has this narrative about the whisper machine and how it has to be turned off, and then you get to the engine room.
Hey,
That's the engine
you
room.
there, in the engine room. You could save us all. That beam is powering the whisper machine. We could disrupt it by introducing a great enough heat signature. If your body could stop the beam. So much to ask, but for all of our lives, would you do it? Could you give yourself?
I mean, is there really any other choice? I'm pretty sure there is absolutely no other choice. So, this is a video game anyway, so.
Let me pause here for a second. What you just experienced, stepping into the beam and then dying, is probably what Coda had initially intended when he was developing this level. But when he first compiles and plays it, something goes wrong. There's a bug somewhere. And this is what happens instead.
Let's go back. What the fuck?
The beam causes you to start floating. And this is an important moment for him. Because yes, this is technically a glitch,
Yeah.
but Coda identifies something human about it. Like how small it makes you feel in the face of this larger chaotic system. Or this floating could be the afterlife, a peaceful place, juxtaposed against all of the hysteria that you've just had to traverse. I don't even know. I have no idea what he was thinking, but what's clear is that after making this, something
That
lodges
labyrinth
itself
has
in his
no
brain.
escape.
He wants to do more of these really weird and experimental designs.
Oh wait, no, there is.
So
I
he
see
stops
it.
work on this and moves on to a stream of tiny little games that go in all sorts of directions. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game he made after leaving this one behind.
Alright. Sorry if I don't say much. There's a lot of dialogue here. The past was behind her. I mean, it literally, but what do I...
So try walking backwards. Yep, in this game you can only walk backwards.
Oh, that's so strange. Those little holes in the edges of the pathways that just lead on to infinity in the end of the map. This is really strange.
So it's a short and relatively
But
minimalist
the future
experiment
cannot
combining
be
motion
seen.
and narrative. It is less advanced
Why
than the
does the
previous
future
game, but
keep
actually
changing?
it seems to be more focused, more complete. Coda's trying to give it a unique voice rather than simply basing it on a pre-existing trope.
When she stops and looks, it becomes clearer. But if the future is always behind her, how will she find the strength to confront it?
It's a short little thought, it says what it wants to say, and then it ends. Didn't need anything more than that.
That was
Which to
weird.
me is why it works, because it gets out quick. Okay, next one.
This is still November 2008. Oh, this is just Slender. You are now entering...
And that's it. Okay, the meaning of this game won't be clear just yet. Please be patient with me for a few more games, and I promise you'll see what makes it interesting.
Is this a scary game? Nonsense.
Oftentimes, Coda would put bizarre titles like this one at the start of his games.
Alright, nowhere in every
I
direction.
wish I'd known him at the time that he was making these early games. He would really only talk to me about his work as he was making it. Once he stopped work on a game, like, that was it. It was dead to him. And I don't agree with that at all, but what are you gonna do?
This Coda guy seems very interesting. Oh, it's getting really slow.
Once you've been slowed to an absolute crawl, the door at the top of the stairs opens. So why, if Coda's not showing these games to anyone, why bother opening the door at all? Well, to show you, I'm modifying the game here so that when you press enter, it'll bring you back up to full speed so you can enter the door for yourself.
Okay. Okay. Stand on an X staring at the bear for 3 hours. Oh my god.
That's warm and nice and filled with little ideas.
Normal
for
game where you have to scream to the mic every 15 seconds to keep playing. A key in one game unlocks the door in a completely separate game. Oh. I think it's been done before.
Tell me that he didn't mind if people thought of him as cold or distant. He said that he knew that he was actually a vibrant and compassionate person, but that it takes time to really see that. It can be a very slow climb to get there.
A button you press to stop the chaos, but that doesn't work. You are a gate. That's it. Oh. Okay. Ready, set, fish. What is this?
Well, this is new for Coda. It's an actual puzzle. Go ahead and see if you can solve it.
Oh, it's a puzzle. There's nothing here, isn't there? Do I have to, like, close the door? Ah, yeah.
Don't forget that solution, because we're going to see this puzzle again soon. We're going to see it a lot.
So why is it called Ready, Set, Fish? Exactly, like, why? This is January 2009.
So that seems to be it, right? You walk down a corridor, you solve a puzzle, you get to the end. Simple enough. Alright, now I'm going to modify the game again, so that when you press enter, it'll remove all of the walls from this room.
Okay, okay. Let's remove all the walls from this room. Oh my god! Oh my god!
How about that? There was more to it than we had any way of knowing. I actually find it funny that this game comes after the Stairs game, since they essentially convey the opposite idea. So, in the Stairs game, a dull exterior concealed a rich interior. And then, in this level, a dull interior hides this fantastic outer world. Either way, I think that the point is that most of the time you don't get to know what you're missing, or even that you're missing anything. That's not your role as a player. So if your role here is not to understand, then what is it?
It's very true. What is it? Oh, we're back here again. What? You are now exiting.
Aha. So this, combined with the entering game from earlier, tells us that Coda believes his games are connected somehow. It could even be that the Stairs game and the puzzle game are literally connected in between this and the entering game. There's a bigger picture that all of his games are meant to play a role in. Some larger meaning that we won't be able to grasp until we've seen all of them. And once we have, we can step back and start to understand what exactly that bigger picture is.
March 2009. Alright. So this guy's building like a whole fucking universe. The Great and Lovely Descent. It's a house. Let's get to the house.
Let's talk about video game development for a second. Every video game runs on what's called an engine, which determines what the game can and cannot do.
Alright.
So in other words, the engine is a set of tools for game development.
The Streetwise Full.
To make all of these games, Coda is using an engine called Source.
Yeah, I noticed.
Engines. Source has certain things that it does well, and it has certain things that it does poorly.
You can tell by the...
One of the things that it does very well is boxy linear corridors. That's why so many of Coda's games are set in these large, flat, empty rooms, is just because he's working with what the engine does well. The tools available to the creator shape what kinds of creative work they're going to end up making. You might consider paying attention to the architecture in Coda's games, to notice how they seem to stem from an engine that's very good at producing linear, boxy corridors.
I can't fall. Oh. Woo! Uh-oh. Oh. I didn't lose. Okay. This is a beautiful game, and I don't know. It's pretty. It's just pretty. I don't know if Coda is real. Squid Games?
Hello there.
Oh shit. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Please, do not do that ever again.
This prison, funny enough, in Coda's original design, the doors stayed shut for a full hour before letting you go. If you don't mind, I think we're gonna skip that.
Thank you. I don't want to sit now.
This is something that he and I used to argue about a lot. You know, whether a game ought to actually be playable, whether it means anything if no one can get through it. And I would always defend that, you know, all this work goes into the game, why not make it playable and accessible? And so we just got into heated arguments over it, and there was one time that after one of these conversations, he went home, and a day or two later, he sent me a zip file entitled Playable Games that was full of hundreds of individual games, each of which was just an empty box that you walked around in and nothing else.
This guy's crazy. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Every single one of those just to find out if there was like a gag hidden somewhere. There wasn't.
Oh, imagine getting into a heated argument with someone about video games So you send them a mockery, like hundreds of games that are just a mockery of their argument for no fucking reason. This man is insane. All right, 3 dots from the door game. Oh my god, they're connected. They're connected. They're fucking connected. They're connected.
It's the puzzle again, with the exact same solution as the last time. There's still no clear indication of what makes this puzzle so special that Coda is going to return to it over and over. But I promise I'll share with you my interpretation very shortly.
But everything's connected. Is this a skeleton from Among Us? Is this a skeleton from Among Us? Ah! You there? Did you come up from up above?
Here, Coda
what was up there?
A kind of dialogue system that he fashioned out of the engine's chat capabilities. Use the 1, 2, 3 buttons on your keyboard to respond.
Okay. Yes, and there were these floating color blocks. Yes, and there was an enormous prison that I spent hours in. Yes, there was a world stamped with whiteness. I'm gonna pick 2. That's the world above. You've been there. Yeah, I have. That's important. Did you get through the puzzle with the 2 doors and switches? Yes, it did. That was literally the last thing I did before coming here. Ah, again, perfect. Now, please tell us how you solved it. Tell us the solution. Tell us how to get to the other side. I didn't solve it. Someone else let me in. Trust me, you don't want to go over there. Let's go 3. Oh no, but I do. We need to get there. But I do. We do. We need to get there. Do you understand? It's the most important thing in the world. We have to escape this prison. There must be an ending. I promise you, there is nothing I want more. Oh, more? How did you get here? Was there a puzzle you had to pass through? Yes. Do you want to know how to solve it? No. We actually find the blank space between the doors far more interesting. Have you seen it yet? Why would I care about the space between the doors? Actually, now that you mention it, I remember feeling strange as I passed through it. I don't recall a space between the doors. There's a reason, but it may take time before you understand, which is fine. You'll see it again soon. Mr. Narrator Man, please help me. I'm scared. Pick me up, please.
And so we make one last descent down to the final floor of the level.
The fuck?
It's a lamppost. Okay, I can't tell you quite why, but for some reason, Coda fixates on this lamppost. It's going to appear at the end of every single one of his games from here on out. I'll tell you what I think. I think that up to this point, you know, he's been making really strange and abstract games with no clear purpose, and maybe you can only float around in that headspace for so long. Because now he wants something to hold on to. He wants a reference point. He wants the work to be leading to something. He wants a destination, which is what this lamppost is. It's a destination. We're going to see it in the work as well. His games are just going to become a lot more cohesive, a lot more fully developed, with more of a clear idea behind them. And as we go, that idea will get clearer and clearer and clearer.
All right. Beam me up. Beam me up! Yeah! This game is connected to the internet. As you walk around, you can leave notes. All notes you see are left by other players. Is it real, though? Nice room. Not. That's how I know it's not real.
So first off, I'm sure you can deduce this, but this game is not connected to the internet. All of the notes that you're going to see have been written by Coda.
How do you beat this game?
This was actually the first game of his that I ever played. This was shortly after I met him at a weekend game jam in Sacramento, where I grew up. I saw him working on this very level, and it was just so different from anything that anyone else was doing. Right away, I was like, I have to be friends with this person. In retrospect, I think I was probably a bit too pushy to get his attention. I was over-enthusiastic. But he was very gracious about it and very patient with me. And I cooled off eventually.
No point to this. Oh my god. Oh, shit. Whoa, holy shit. Can you guys hear me? I mean, the game is not connected to the internet. Hello. Reasonable.
Feel free to skip over any of these notes if they're not doing anything for you. Nothing extra is going to happen if you read all of them.
Everyone read
Either
this.
Way, to me, they convey a sense of...
Hey.
I see this person who's filled with thoughts and feelings and beliefs and has no way to express them except as scattered and unheard voices in a game that wasn't meant to be played.
The guy over there wrote so much.
But it's ironic, isn't it? That in playing this game and seeing how alone Coda often felt, that we get to know him better and actually kind of connect with him.
Why?
And I have to be honest with you, this idea is really seductive to me. That I could just play someone's game and see the voices in their head and get to know them better and have to do less of the messy in-person socializing. I could just get to know you through your work.
Do not be afraid,
do care. This is why I always liked Coda's games so much, is because it felt like they let me have that connection. I felt as though he was inviting me personally into his world. And then I feel less lonely too. I just saw a flying penguin. Let me tell you, it was the most majestic thing I have ever seen. I don't feel like living because nothing will ever be as majestic as that. I never want to see again if nothing will be that beautiful again. I am crying now and plan on ripping my eyes out. I must now go do that. There you go. Jesus Christ. And that's just gibberish. Balls. I'm going to tell you a secret. Once upon I did. Why is this game called the Beginner's Guide? What the shit is this cavern? That's exactly what I'm asking. Boring. I don't know. I'm not getting the achievements. Hey guys, just looking, recognize me, please. I just did. Goodbye. There's nothing here. Go back. Don't listen to that guy. Oh, free t-shirt. Makes game. Includes door. Cannot open door. Thanks. New room. Up. Turn back. Proceeding further will only result in misery. Take my hand. Let's jump together. I don't want to jump. It's down here. Today I learned you cannot fall off. Yeah, you can't. How are those messages over there? I saw a person walking down there. Now it won't come back. Art. This feels like something I'd write, to be honest. An actual game like this does seem like a good idea, but I think it will just be infested with neo-Nazis, but, you know, whatever. His terrible secret, he kept it well. At the end of this,
oh my fucking god. You scared me!
And here, I'll tell you what I think the puzzle means. Each of these games represents an idea
I don't want to feel judged.
His mind at the time that he was making it. And the puzzle is a way of closing the door on a previous chapter of his life before moving on to the next one.
I hear voices in my head. I don't want to be the schizo. The game? Did you hear that? Or is it just me that I'm losing my mind? I have seen everything. I've traveled the world. I've never told anyone. 3 dots. 3 dots once again. Became one with the spiraling nonsense. Downward! Keep digging!
In each of his games, after exploring a theme that, you know, he might find difficult,
Coda
can then place this puzzle that he knows has a reliable solution, he understands exactly how it works, and so it gives him a simple mechanism for moving.
Almost at the end. What are these voices? Oh, I don't like this. This is weird.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause. Just for a moment.
Guys, it's not so bad in here. I'm heading back to start later, guys.
To step back and connect the pieces together.
There's no section.
Grasp at that
no answer.
Elusive bigger picture.
This gives me fucking goosebumps. Oh my fucking god, how do you leave notes? How did you make a note? For hell. Are you there? Please, say something. Could be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty speaking? Speak, 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 speak. Porn star.
Okay, this one is tough.
Porn stars die too.
Just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Oh, okay. This door opens. All right. All right. I like. Why is it called Porn Stars Die Too? Like, of course they die. They're fucking human beings. But oh, this is a what?
See, like, this is it. The whole game. And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's gonna start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Here's version 2.
Nothing. What furniture ought to go in the center of the room? How about TV with surround sound? It's not a fucking TV. What about along the wall of the room? 10 stoves lined up against the wall. Let's go. It's not a stove. I think we should light up this room. A skylight. Full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. It's not a fucking skylight. Table. You need a table. This is a table. Tables were invented in 1935. Tables were invented in 1935. Whoa. What the fuck?
there's a bit more to this one, but still it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake. Okay, he throws it out and starts over. This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Hello, please walk forward. Okay. This table will guide you, will enable you to escape any prison environment. The beginner's guide. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on this table. Photo frame and click to turn it slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off and turn it back on. This one. Now go to the left side sofa. Oh, move it over a little bit. Sofa, left side. Finally, touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Mr. Narrator Man.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape. Here's a version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few more of these. I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them.
Oh my god.
Personally, I think it's awful to watch this. To see a person basically unravel through their work.
Fuck?
And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison?
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself. Without it, you just spiral.
Oh my god.
So he keeps going and going and going and going and going, and then he hits on something. And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
Is this supposed to be a horror game? This is supposed to be a fucking horror game. There's a lamppost. This is the end of the game. Well, this particular game, not the beginner's guide, but this game made by Coda. The Matrix? Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. What? You're me? So you're trapped in this prison too? It's in reverse.
It's a conversation. And so this is what Coda
I was in the escape tutorial.
To talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and
that's where I am right now.
Advice from someone who knows.
I'm so glad to know how I can get out eventually.
Even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself.
What's it like to escape?
All of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
It feels like being completely still and wildly emotional at the same time. Do you feel any different? Sometimes I'm scared I'll get out, and then things will be exactly the same as before. It actually does change. I don't feel like the same person at all. Oh, good. It's so nice to hear. Makes me feel really happy. It just kind of does that, you know? I'm still me, but I'm not somehow. It's hard to describe. Remember to enjoy being who you are right now. It won't last. Let's do that one. Well, wait, if you're me, then how did you get a call from another version of you when you were trapped? Yes, I did get a call. That's how I escaped. Oh, what did they tell you? What did you have to do to get out? They just talked to me for a while. What? That freed you? How does that work? Listen, you can't know until you're out, but I promise it works. Just talk to me. Just talk to me. Okay, I can talk. Let's just talk for a bit. Will you be here? I will be here for as long as you need.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay, wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
Alright. What is this? Alright. Nice little house, actually. And now we're locked in. Well, my goodness, I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. I might be having to clean this entire house by myself, and right miserable that would have been. Everyone knows lonesome hands mean lack of the home.
The art is a step up from previous games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work.
Don't worry about me.
Took 2 months to create as a result.
Yeah, don't worry about me. A place this nice, I'll be glad to stay. Well, now I can't read. Well, now you might be getting a little ahead of yourself. Why don't we start cleaning and then you decide whether you could do it all night. I'll finish up here. In the meantime, could you please clear the table? Okay. I just cleared the table. Wow, that was That was not that hard. Much nicer. That's the table I want to see. Now, would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Okay. How do I get into the bedroom? That's just the bathroom. That's the bedroom. Oh, perfect. I wish it was this easy in real life. While you're in there, why don't you straighten that rug out a bit? Do you enjoy being a house cleaner? I don't enjoy it as much as I need it. While I'm working, I feel a kind of calm that rests in the pit of my ribcage. My soul just can't be soothed any other way, it seems. Straighten the pillows on the sofa. Alright. Oh dear, looks like someone spilled a drink over by the couch. Maybe mop that up as long as you're over there. There you go. I feel compelled to share an incredibly cheesy personal insight. You okay with that? Make it especially cheesy. No, stupid. Sorry, never mind. Hey, these dishes need to be washed. Why don't you come do that? Free labor. Let's say check the tub needed a cleaning. How about you scrub it down as best as you can? No need to be perfect. We're all just human. Alright. That looks pretty clean to me, but alright. Are there still books scattered in the floor of the bedroom? Would you put them back on the shelf? There you go. Now then, how about you come clear these dishes off the dish table?
Almost feels like cleansing. It's the moment after a particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful.
Alright, clean the table again. Do these chores ever end? Darling, let me tell you something. Whatever work you do, you absolutely have to own it. Otherwise, it owns you. So why don't we be with the task at hand and leave the future chores to future you?
Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time. Just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Earlier, when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it, it takes care of you. I don't know why I felt so weird about saying that. But there's a bit of truth in it, no? Anyway. So, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Yeah, I'm going. This feels like the Oculus house. I don't know. Pillows over on the couch are a real mess.
I'm glad he found some peace.
Question. Do you enjoy this?
It can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open as well. Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
Oh, okay, and just see through the walls. That's pretty interesting. Oh, lamppost.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move. I really thought that was the point of it.
Items you love at members-only prices. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? Was it to get a better job? Was it to make relationships more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. This workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. They just teleported. I want your friends and people in your life look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human than I am. Right now, who do you think about that way you've developed in your life? I just read that out of nowhere. Oh my god, I can't not read. Selfish, ungrateful, I intend to make you that person. Perfection is within the grasp. And the question is not how we do it, but how we do it effortlessly. This is easy. It is so easy. It is so easy.
Halfway through the game,
being perfect is effortless. Oh my god.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Kids should not follow their dreams. I still love you, it's just that you make me feel cold on the inside. If you're torturing yourself, trying to find the right solutions for your life, you're not doing it right. Oh my god. It's a fucking Smash Bros guy. Like the fucking Smash Ultimate thing. Seek out only one thing. The easiest, simplest path forward. What the fuck? Ah, just kidding. Holy shit, you guys. Something is coming out of the back of the room. Look out. Everyone run. Run.
I felt pretty hard for this one. I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you have. To assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human. I think about this game a lot these days.
Oh, this game's almost over, because it goes all the way to 2011.
This one took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
That's definitely strange, you know? But it does look really nice. Maybe he took time to design the set pieces. I don't know. Like, this took like a month. Like right here. Just these boxes took a month probably. Stage. Fuck! Ha! 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 In this scene, we'll be playing as me. Okay. Hello, I am me. We're a gathering of professionals. We're just starting out by leaning on this wall. Okay. But stay right there. The woman across the room in the chair is a professional photographer of animals. It is your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your one chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on and say something to her. Wise, happy, focused, successful. Hello. Hello? That's it? That's not a conversation. You need to actually converse with her and be a human being. Do it again. I like you. No. That's not what I said to her at all. Completely missing the tone of the conversation. I was reserved, but I knew what I wanted. I was confident. And for some reason, it was just that one moment, but I was confident. Maybe it's that you need a better feel of the setting. There were a lot of people around us. It was some props to work with. These cones that bounce off when you touch them will represent the people nearby. You must have worked really hard to get where you are. You're messing. How am I messing this up? Don't figure out if conversation gets that personal that quickly. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get an opportunity like this again. Everything was riding on this. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. The fuck? What the fuck is that? What is over there? I'm not going over there. Oh! Oh! Help. Help me. Help, Mr. Narrator, please. Please fucking come back. I am terrified, please. No, I'm not fucking going over there. I'm not going over there. Fuck off. Yes, now this is working. This is what it was like.
Eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
What the
solution to social anxiety, to fears of having to perform and having to chase success, the answer for Coda is to withdraw, to hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
What the fuck?
But what can you do? After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
What is going on? This is fucking nuts. Mobius trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. What's going on? Help! I'm blind. Can't see anything. What's going on? I have my eyes open. I'm not blind. I'm such a rebel. Oh my god. Please someone talk to me. Oh, this game looks awesome. No. Again? What's going on?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise.
Yeah.
And there is a solution, by the way.
Please don't let this be forever. It's up here. The only way to stop us to speak something that is honest. I can't keep making these. Yes, that's it. That's the truth. I got it first try. It's draining me.
Like I said, I was getting concerned.
Keep going. Keep talking.
He's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas, but he literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know, sometimes a person
I haven't been honest.
deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected all the time. It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way.
I'm alone. Going to be okay. I'm pretty sure this Coda guy
Games are going to get more desperate from here.
kind of
After this
did
game,
something
it's
to
almost
himself.
6 months before he finishes something new.
December 2010. Where am I? Where did this island come from? Oh, okay. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. It's the same guy. What's wrong? You look lost. When I try to create, I feel empty. Oh no! What's happened? Did something change? There was a machine that kept me going, but it stopped. What? Oh, I'm fucking... I'm so fucking invested. Were you looking for a machine? I think I know where it is. It isn't far. You have to take me to it. I can do that, but there's a problem. It's guarded by a difficult puzzle.
About his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes playing this.
Okay.
Here's a friend whose work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for?
It's guarded by a difficult puzzle. If you can help me solve a puzzle, we'll find the machine. Deal. It doesn't matter what I say, does it? We're going to end up there one way or another, right? Let's see 3. Oh my god. Come along. I'll show it to you.
Because from my perspective at the time and just what I knew of him, this was a result of how isolated he was.
Here's the puzzle.
He was in his own
what do you
little
think?
bubble, just sitting at his computer all day, not really showing these games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet, and so he didn't have anyone outside of himself to connect with.
This is
He had
easy.
no outlet to ground himself on.
Oh, wonderful. Can you tell me how to do it? First, you have to open the door. You have to close the first door. Now press the switch here, and you walk through. Huh, that was so simple.
You can't talk yourself.
I can't believe I never solved it before
It doesn't
this.
work that way. You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers. Then there's no movement. Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
What the fuck? There's no machine here. There's no machine here. Trust me, you'll see. You say that your work is fun and easy. You say that you have to say the game developers it's easy and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Sure, making games is easy. Oh my god. That feels wonderful. Why did the walls just crumble? So don't worry about it. Just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. I make games that feel completely enthusiastic and energized. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering.
It's such a simple solution. Perfect. This feels
Someone I really care
fantastic.
about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to
Where's the
suddenly become
machine?
angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing.
Patience,
for
you have
me.
to trust me. I promise this will work. Please continue. It always pays off eventually. Yes! More! Keep going. The font is getting more and more red.
I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I had never felt so rotten. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Oh my god. I will be saved by my work. That's a prison. That's a fucking prison. I'm free. I'm free. What the fuck? What the fuck?
After
What the
finishing
fuck?
this game, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. I've captured a machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be brutal. Just be warned that someone called the press, so you might have a bit of tension on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It calls itself Coda. Press. Oh my god. Machine. Coda. It's Coda. You stopped.
And of course, it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. It was only because of your creations that anyone else can make it through the day. So here's what needs to happen. You need to go to the people out there and apologize to them. Wait, is this the fucking room from the room 2? Like the fucking final level? No? Nothing? Alright then, I will speak to them for you. My friends, I have a troubling revelation. The machine will not apologize to us. We will find a way to live without it. We do not need its games. Let us show that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. What? The stage again? No. 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 Narrator man. Narrator man. Where do I go?
Remember, you can click to fire the gun.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? What? Coda, make sure your work dies here. Or, no, I want to make sure you're known forever. Isn't that what you're scared of? Exposed to the view of others every day, forever? Seen a naked clarity?
And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Coda is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people. To get some actual feedback on his games.
Nope.
It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
Oh my god. Oh shit.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions.
What?
And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Oh, ooh, an actual cutscene. Sorry if I'm not commentating. I'm kind of letting the guy speak. I'm also in awe. Put down your weapon. Oh.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing?
Oh my god.
Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need. To be told that my work is good.
Oh my fucking god.
I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend.
It's like shaky.
I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully, beautifully happy.
Oh my god. This is so dark. It's just like, it's taking so many turns.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
It's gonna be like him jumping off the tower. I swear to God, if it's that, I'm going to cry on video.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game.
I mean, I am cold in this room. I have my air conditioner at 70 degrees. That's not cold, but, you know, whatever. I feel like that's a gate.
This room actually has a maze in it. Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Okay, yeah, let's just put a bridge over the maze, because I don't think it's possible, unless someone's probably done it, though.
And to be fair, it's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable, like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever.
Oh.
I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
Code.
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
Oh, thank you for... I'm just gonna pause this so I can tell you thank you, Mr. Narrator Man, that I do not have the courage to learn the name from, because you've only said it once and I forgot the name. So, yeah, thank you, Mr. Narrator Man, for making this game actually enjoyable to play. All these little games that Coda has made are really weird, and I think I would only continue playing them if I knew that I would hear the comfort of your voice. Just saying. Just saying. Thank you, Mr. Narrator Man, that I do not know the name of because I keep forgetting, and I do not care to learn the name because that's not important. This feels like a lot like Squid Games.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress. It's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely. Just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem.
Oh my god.
I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
Thank you.
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know why I would be. It's not like
really.
Everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. Feel like
it's not your fault, man.
I don't understand why.
It's not your fault, man. It happens.
It's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is.
Oh my god.
It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for.
Why didn't you just, like, talk to him?
So many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean.
The 3 dots.
And he wouldn't.
You bet your ass I'm gonna be watching like a fucking documentary about this. Oh, nice slides. A fucking YouTube video documentary just explaining the whole story so I understand.
That if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed. Where did I screw up?
This guy feels... I feel for you, man. What the fuck? Davey, that's the narrator, man. Davey, yeah.
I'm the reason that you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
Thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
I don't think I ever told you this. But when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. Is Coda a real person or fictional? Because Davey's a real person. Like, in real life, this is not a character. Is this story real? This is amazing. This is a great game. Oh my fucking god. You've infected my personal space.
The people who
possible.
played them, they treated me like I was important.
I did begin to plant.
They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
You've so infected my personal space that it's possible that I did begin to plant solutions in my work somewhere, hidden between games. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes, giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe? Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lamp? No! 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 No fucking way. What? Davey, the narrator man, added the lamppost. Even though in the beginning of the game when we saw the lamppost for the first time, it was added, Davey added that this was something that Coda did, but Coda did not do shit. How modified were the games? How modified were the games given to these people? Am I playing the true version of Coda's games? Or is this also another thing that Davey has? Is Davey Coda? Is Davey fucking Coda? But you simply let them be
have anything left to
what
show.
they are.
I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
When I'm around you, I feel physically ill. You desperately need something, and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than about me. I realize this doesn't make sense to you just yet, which is fine. You're not my problem to solve, but I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
Oh my god, it's really broken. The architecture is really breaking shit. And that you finally see what I'm talking about. Don't say anything. No, there's no fucking... This game is intense. This game is like actually intense. It is provoking like a physical reaction from me. You can't see it, but I am stressing the fuck out right now. Alright.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again. Like I'm an
Everything's...
addict.
Oh wait, the walls are closing in.
Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please. Start making games again. Please help me.
Oh my
Please
God.
give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Okay, epilogue. So the guy who was not normal was Davey, not Coda. Coda was sane, normal. Like sane. He was sane. He had his down periods, but he wasn't, like, he didn't need his help. He was fine.
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution.
Whoa. Yo, different place. Nice. Cool, teleportation. That's really cool, yeah. So Davey just fucking lost his mind. Like, there's nothing else.
If someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Maybe he's just like an edgy kid. He's just like super fucking edgy, like middle schoolers, or they think depression is funny or something, or that they have it when
now,
they just like
the
did
disease
something.
Is telling me
I don't
to
know.
Stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
Oh God. Sand. Oh. Oh, cool. Loading screen. Okay, I'm terrified. What's over there? I'm just gonna head towards the light.
If I knew that my life depended
Yeah,
on
there you
my
go. I'm
life,
going the right way.
Driven by other than validation. What would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Like, that's a top tier narcissist, isn't it? Isn't that just narcissism? Is this that part of Woohoo Loop or something? From Mario Kart 7? You know, you're in like a cave and you drive for one of these. No, it's a bad joke. Okay, not the time. It's not the time.
I think I need to go.
No, don't go. Don't go.
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
No, please don't leave me. Please
I
just...
have a lot that I need to make up for.
Please, I need to hear your voice, man.
Just gonna...
Davey, please, just come back. I don't hate you, man. I recognize your mistakes. What is this? Is this even a Coda game? What is this? What is this? There's like so much imagery I can't keep up. Okay, a hole. Nowhere else to go. Let's go down the hole. Oh, okay, we're going up. Going up. Come on. It's very, very slow. However long this video is, I don't care. I don't care. No, I don't. This will be a really big way to start out 2022, isn't it? I'm playing this like literally New Year's Eve. It's December 31st. Just like this game has hit me hard. Like harder than anything that I ever expected this to be. I didn't expect this game to be like this. Beam from the beginning of the game. Guess just walk into it. Oh, it beams you up. Oh. It's just an infinite labyrinth. Of nothing. For hours, miles, with no exit. Just an infinite labyrinth. I can't decode this. I can't decode this. What the fuck does this mean? Ow, my fucking ears. Thank you.